Welcome to YouTube. What would Bill Cooper think? And how an hour of the time discussion. NWO. Wait, I need to read the whole title. Damn it, I meant to fucking post it before I started the show. Uh, what up, y'all? Welcome to the show. uh, yeah, I'll just play some intro music. Something. Here's some intro music. Hopefully, it doesn't hit the copyrights. Okay, it gets wicked in a second. Where's the volume? Right here. He plays. He recognizes it. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. He goes to that beat. Damn, it didn't go to the song yet. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it's like the next beat. I'll give you a hint. It's off a video game. Yo, I rap phenomenal. Smoke so much weed that I gotta go. Motherfucking topical in the tropics, so when I smoke weed, it's abominable. Motherfucking run through like comical. Mad with it like. I got. Damn, I don't think I'm at the right spot. Where's it at? It's gotta be coming up. It's impossible. Smoke weed, it's tropical. Motherfucking vomit slow as I spit a lyric. The spirit coming back like the parent. Do that shit like motherfucking. I need some clearance. Hit you with that shit like the shit's appearing. Mad with it like talking shit. Nah. Okay. Damn, is this the beat? No, this isn't the one either. Where's it at? Ah. But I didn't go too far. I'm pretty sure it was like right about there. I was gonna start talking about conspiracy shit. I just shit. That's not the beat either. Hold up. Where's it at? It's gotta be coming up here. I think I passed it. Hold up. Damn it. Maybe it was just this beat. I could have sworn this is Zelda sound. But I could have sworn they did like another one. I mean, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's Zelda. Is that Zelda? You guys remember? Smoke a joint and get pointed in the right direction. Motherfucking infection spread to you. Do that shit. Smoke some weed till I'm identical. Motherfucking rep the flow. Motherfuckers get to go. You better count your blessings though. With the motherfucking shit you stained from. Motherfucker, I smoke weed till my brain's dumb. You with that shit like I'm saying something. Man with it, go with it, motherfuckers, go get it. Hit you with that shit, cause I got my cab fitted, motherfuckers back lifted, motherfuckers back with my napkins, kids. You run the microphone, dribble it. I got it. Alright, this is over. I was just making shit up. Damn, maybe I should have left it on. I mean, I could put the drum machine on, but it's not as cool. Yeah, so what would William Cooper do? Damn, that music fucked me all up. I had all these like things I was gonna talk about, and I just totally fucking forgot everything. I was like, I'm gonna. Oh shit! I don't got the fucking microphone on the right. Wait, is it? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I had some stuff I was gonna talk about, but fucking that beat increased my buzz like tenfold. uh, yeah. So I just smoked like 2 joints, and was like, I'm gonna go on for 420 and smoke a joint. Oh shit! Fucking Jonah's still awake, or he's probably just waking up. Shit. All right, well, take it easy. Uh, yeah. So, what would Bill Cooper do? the well, I mean, what would he think? Uh, yeah, maybe I should put that beat back on because I can't think of shit right now. I'm just smoking another joint, just trying to think. I could have sworn there was a Zelda. There was more of a mashup in that Zelda song. Oh, what the fuck's going on? Okay, am I still here? What's going on? Yeah, that was DiBiase. Hopefully he doesn't get mad. I'll put it back on. Till I roll this joint. Where was I at here? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, DiBiase. I listened to him. What year was that? Probably like 2009. I was on top of all the rap and shit, fucking, and then it was just like, just fell off everything. And there's a few good mixtapes in there and shit, like fucking, what is that? What was the name of that album? Chirac something. The what was the beginning? Yo, it's impossible to stop the flow. Smoke so much weed that I got to go. Went to Taco Bell for some nachos. Slow, roll with it. Smoke weed, trying to get dough with it. Motherfuckers know. I got nothing. I say things in repetition. Motherfuckers in Rome preach a dead religion. Motherfuckers be like, where's my next decision? Oh. Yo, a party of followers, not leaders. Got the deep casty bumping out the speakers. Got some alcohol called beef eaters. I got yo, it's the Illuminati, the impossible beat. Come back like I'm throwing up, like dropping some feet. Coming back like a that fucking arm. Everybody don't want to hear. I was just trying to roll a joint. Everybody didn't have to go. Okay. Yeah, I'm just playing his music while I'm rolling my joint here. It's thinking music. I'm sure Bill Cooper would appreciate it. If you like music, don't be such haters. Okay, yeah. Bunch of haters, all the haters left. Got some haterade mixed with Gatorade. Can't escape the fate judgment. I'm a day too late. Motherfuckers know that I don't pray for fate. Coming back like I don't make mistakes. That shit like I'm too baked to wait. So I wake and bake. I got that. stir the pain, smoke weed, and then I make my pain gone from my vertebrae. Motherfuckers know, like, I heard you say to this shit. Why? Because I'm messing up with the beat changing. Okay, I must got this joint rolled. Yo, Zelda. Wait, I don't know. Yo, it's omnipresent with the opalescence. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, there it is. I knew it was in there somewhere. Fucking Zelda. Yo, let's skip the beat. Smoke so much weed that I got. Yeah, I got it. What's a good word? Somebody give me a word. For the Zelda beat ends. It's always good to have a good word to write on. Whoa. My fucking pen just caught on the chair. Okay. Let's see if there's a good. Yo. I'm in the universe, in tune to verse. Smoke weed like my eyes are fucking raccoon at first. When I'm smoking, out joking, arms and legs broken from skateboarding. Smoke so much weed that I can't afford it. I was born in a four-door Ford. I got it. Alright, we already heard that. Oh, the beat. Sorry, I'm just gonna. Yeah, play it again here. Just because it's so cool. Yeah, fucking trying to do that equipment is really fucking annoying. Just a cool beat. I gotta steal his beat and loop it. and then if it gets copyrighted, I'll fucking reverse the beat and then loop it. That's what all fucking rap is. Bunch of fucking thieves. This ain't even his, it's fucking Nintendo. So he can't get mad at me playing it. Alright, I'm turning this shit off. That's like the only good beat on there. I mean, the rest are decent, but. Yeah, so. Damn. Okay, so. What would Bill Cooper fucking, what would he think about stuff? I've studied his research. I've met other people online that have also studied Bill Cooper, but they seem to always have a bias. They're always biased somehow. They don't see what Cooper's saying for what it is. They try to turn it into some kind of some kind of racist bullshit. I mean, that's basically the best way to put it. And that I mean, no offense to that, unapologetic patriot, whatever I think that's what his name was. Even though he's apologetic, I'm not trying to offend nobody. Even though I didn't think he was leaning towards some racism or yeah. I seen this post. I see your post, motherfuckers. I see all of them. Okay, that was me doing the psychic ability. Yeah, yeah. I get this shitty microphone. I don't know if anybody noticed. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm gonna get like a little thing that says like something something news or something. Uh, yeah. So, what would Cooper think? Let's say about Epstein. Let's say about China. I mean, there's so many subjects. What would he think? What do you guys want to discuss here? This is trying to I'm always trying to pick through your brains to try to figure out what you guys know, what you don't know, because that's the problem. We gotta all be on the same page. We gotta all know what the fuck's going on. We got all, and if one of us is wrong, we gotta make sure to misinform or brief. Damn it, I'm stoned. That don't fuck with my dyslexia. uh, let's see. What the fuck? Some female basketball player passed away. Jesus, fucking lady was only 43. That's definitely tragic. I mean, I hate to say this, but the question always is whenever I see shit on Facebook, somebody dying and shit. It's like, oh, were they vaccinated? I mean, that's. I mean, I hate to be so harsh, but I mean that's what's fucked up. It's like nobody knows what they're fucking. I mean, I always say you can never be too paranoid, uh, pertaining to stuff like X Files, conspiracies, and stuff. Uh, well, you definitely wouldn't want to be. Well, I mean that's the thing. You want to make sure you're grounded in reality and fucking you don't have to like uh be paranoid. You just don't want to believe anything. Like cuz we don't know what's real and what's fake, in the news and shit. We don't know if they're twisting it, showing half the story, showing telling the story because they've literally on the news. Think about this. How many times has the news lied to all of us? How many times? How many times? I can count one in the last couple weeks that fucking well maybe not the news, but let's say the mainstream. How many times has the mainstream lied to us? Damn it. Fucking just ate a bunch of pizza. I don't know why feel like munchies. Fucking damn it. Fucking what was I gonna say? Yeah, how many times has the mainstream lied to all of us? How many times has the mainstream lied to us? How many? I mean, think about it. They lied about Epstein, his body being real. They literally wheeled it out, took a picture of his fucking fake dead face, and on the fucking ambulance cart, and then fucking before it was going to the ambulance, and then they fucking uh have headline news. Oh, Epstein's dead. Epstein's dead. Oh, we got the witch. Fucking motherfucker. This one. How many times? Uh, I mean, there's been so many. We don't know what's real and what's fucking bullshit because we've been lied to so much. Therefore, we shouldn't believe anything. Uh, also, shout out to Megadeth. I got a hoodie. Well, it was a Christmas present for my old lady's mom. She's a very thoughtful lady. Uh, let's see. What was Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing where it's like I've seen UFOs, but I'm not like saying I believe in aliens. But I mean, I think there's definitely some kind of ghost shit out there. But I'm not saying that. Well, there's all this mainstream shit. Whenever you dig into conspiracy, it's always different than what all the narratives are typically. It's like, oh, and it's like, let me think of a good example. Well, I mean, like, say the occult, for example. I mean, like, I'm going into the occult research 20 years ago, and that not till like 17 years ago after I heard what Cooper was talking about, the secular humanist bullshit, did I realize that the occult didn't work how I thought it worked. Didn't work how I thought it worked. I thought it was people worshiping some kind of literal devil or something. I was all off in fucking retard land. Uh, and then when I found out that they're all just, you know, worshiping their selves, their fucking mind, their fucking and their desires. That's what those fucking bohemian clubs are about. That's what those fucking they worship their god, which is their desire, or on the other side, the flip side, they worship their mind. They worship their intellect. It's all very simple. And they label it as 50 shades of secular humanism. The fire in the minds of men, born in blood. Those are both books. Uh, born in blood. What do what have secret societies done long before any modern uh, secret societies have always had secret initiations where the initiate was reborn as a member who was a son of the mother, aka the temple, aka the material plane, and that he was a widow's son in the lore. Think of it like pirates. Instead of what would William Cooper think, we'll get a wristband that says, "What would the pirates think?" Because the modernized stories of stuff. I mean, think of it like a sailor. I mean, sailor. Oh, I don't want you to swear that much. So think of it like there's so many words. There's all these words and phrases, different cultures, various meanings. The widow's son. What is the widow's son? Does anybody have any of you remember my readings on the Masonic books? Remember what the widow's son? Well, technically, I just told you most of it, but I mean, there's a little more. Who else was a widow's son? I mean, not necessarily a widow, but think of a widow's son as an old phraseology for immaculate conception. But it's not really immaculate; it's all just symbolic. And that's where it's fucked up because the when reading the secret society books, you don't know when they're being symbolic and when they're totally just fucking, well, sorry, I said that backwards. When they're totally just fucking being honest and when they're being symbolic. And so there's a strange line that's drawn. And the research gets confusing, especially when the books talk about fucking castration cults in Russia ran by illuminists, talk about secret societies that are symbolically castrating themselves, all this different, and then talking about different knighthoods that were castrating themselves. It's like, what the fuck are they talking about? And then you see in the Mason books talking about the fucking Templars castrating themselves. And that's the thing where it's like, we don't know if, could say the ones that were actually doing that were profane. They didn't understand. They took the metaphor as literal. Then the ones that knew the symbol, that it was just a symbol of conquering the lower natures. That's what the skull and bones are doing. It's the Illuminati are doing. But the Illuminati has become a much more uh much more defined picture than what Cooper described. And it's not from anybody else's research because Cooper brings a lot to the table, but it's from reading books, and that the I didn't ever know that for quite some time. I didn't ever realize how far some of the occultists went into spiritism, and that the keep in mind we got to be skeptics. We can't believe anything. We can't believe anything. That's how. Say somehow like you know. Well, imagine like imagine you somehow get teleported to some kind of evil circus or something, and that fucking there's all these liars and manipulators and all these people trying to deceive you and trick you, and that the best thing to do in this metaphorical situation would be to believe nothing, and that is because there's stuff about intel. Would you rather have zero intel or bad intel? Which one will uh you know which one which one would you rather have? Let's see some answers. Would you rather have no intel or bad intel? That's a real question. Real question. No intel or bad intel? What is your answer? Somebody answer. Uh, I'm gonna roll a cigarette. God damn it! I've got headphones without a cord, but I'm gonna use up these headphones because I fucking hate batteries. I mean, I don't really care about. I mean, I'm not that much against batteries, but fucking well, it's just pointless to like not use them until they break or something. You know what I mean? The headphones. I'm trying to like roll a cigarette, but I got like Facto rolled up in a paper that broke. So yeah, okay. Yeah, the store bought cigarettes got that fireproof shit on the papers, and they say it's just thicker paper rings, but I don't trust that shit. Because I swear I can fucking taste it. Like fucking because fucking yeah, like if you smoked a cigarette from another country without the fireproof bullshit, it's like a totally different cigarette. God damn it, that was dry. Okay, I'm only smoking half a cigarette. There's probably like 5 cigarettes of tobacco on the floor all around me. I'm just joking. I scooped that up. I'm just joking. There's no tobacco. No, there's a little bit, but not like. I think yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess there's a bunch of the TV, but the whenever you gotta roll these cigarettes, you gotta hit them up against something just to like fucking pack them. Yeah, that's like half a cigarette. I need to quit anyways. It's all the tobacco tastes like shit. It's like what the fuck. And then like say you want to grow your own tobacco. It's like how much tobacco could you grow without it being some kind of problem? Damn it. That's a good question. Because I mean, it's not even like I want to smoke tobacco a lot or anything. Just let's see. You do not need a license to grow tobacco for your own consumption. Ah, well, that's interesting. I'm gonna order some tobacco seeds. Plant them in the front yard or something. Keep the bugs away. Yeah, I don't know if they had tobacco up in Canada where the natives that I'm related to lived. No, I just looked up the law. It said you could, if it was for your own consumption, as in you weren't selling tobacco, then you could grow. Well, I'm not giving legal advice, but I looked it up in Google. That's what Google told me. I mean, I'm not necessarily going to grow tobacco or anything, but I don't even have anywhere to dry it. I mean, my luck, I'd bring the tobacco in and then dry it, and then a bunch of spiders would get everywhere. uh, yeah. What was I getting at? Okay, so what would wait, nobody answered my question. I don't even remember what my question was. It was a good question. Uh, fuck. What was it? Does anybody remember my question? I had I was gonna respond when somebody answered. Uh, it's weird because people want to see like a live broadcast, but they never go to the old broadcast. Well, I mean, I guess there's a delay. I forgot. So yeah, we need to get Dennis Cuddy on here for an interview and question him. Because it seems like he might be muddying some of it a little bit or leaving something out. There's always things about where people need to ask the right questions. You know what I mean? Like it's all about the right questions. Like when I was arguing in the custody court, the judge could when I could tell that they weren't letting me argue, that fucking I asked very simple questions, and that and I'm not saying that verbally cornering somebody is uh will get you the truth because you know but typically it does, and that the what was I getting at? Well, so okay, so for research wise, for example, like sometimes I feel people when they can't. That's an expression that they say in the hood. The that when they're doing the research and they forget the book quote. I always try to bring the book quotes and shit to the table because the book quotes and all the fucking news articles and shit, any type of documentation. Cooper would always try to have three pieces of documentation at minimum for every fact, and that especially if it was in the law, then it was definitely documentation. But they like to change the laws over time. Ooh. Nah, maybe I should have not smoked half a cigarette. But so, there's a lot going on with the, I don't even know what I want to dig into. I mean, what would Cooper think about Epstein, for example? You know, I mean, we see the stuff get released from the website, but it's like, and I'm not, who knows where it came from, you know? We need that. We should have. They should have videotaped themselves uploading the shit to the fucking computers and shit because we can't trust their fucking stupid asses. Uh, I mean, fucking I guess I'm gonna hit this one more time. We seen all the fucking bullshit tricksters, pretenders that were pretending to like our country, and then we seen the fucking bullshit on BitChute. I'm sure you guys seen it as well. So I say we, but like uh, they were all fucking bringing in all sorts of fake ballots and shit. There's still like a bunch of ballot scandal going on. Fucking mad ballot scandal. That's fucking anybody that was illegally putting ballots in or some shit. They were aiding and abetting a conspiracy, and that the conspiracy is not one of virtue; it's one of ignorance. That the masses are deceived. They think that communism will wipe their ass and shit. This is why I always get limited advertisements. They think that fucking because everybody's all fucking butthurt, but never wants to comment and shit. Everybody will just fucking flag my Twitter account instead of fucking replying to my comment when I asked a good question. A good question. you know, for example, I don't know if you guys heard this, but I bragged about it the other day. Let me see if I can pull it up. I mean, it's on Twitter. You can look it up. I shared it. And I'm not trying to like put this lady to shame or something, but I mean, let's see, zoom in a little bit. There's Pam Greer. Excuse me, Pam Greer. I asked her. I said, blah blah blah. Did you see a lynching in Mississippi, possibly? And I was like, was it something that was on crime that wasn't on record? And then I said, you may have been a witness to an unsolved crime. And then Pam Greer, the actress, on Twitter publicly stated that she never, that she never, here's what quote, I never witnessed a lynching, such trauma, she said. Pam Greer, fucking right there. Because she said it on TV. She said in Ohio that fucking she said she's seen a lynching on the View in Ohio, and fucking I confronted her with the right question. It wasn't even. I said you may have been a witness to an unsolved crime, and then the fucking bitch admits it. She admits that she was either lying or well, she doesn't actually admit that she's lying, but she said, well, I mean, if she doesn't say she was fucking delusional or she misremembered something or maybe she misremembered a story her mom said, if she doesn't retract her statement, you know, this is the type of tactics that is fucking going on. People just flat out lying. And the I mean that one fucking stupid movie is still a good movie. What is that? Jackie Brown. Well, I don't know. There's parts of that movie that are kind of weird. Quentin Tarantino's a fucking weirdo. Uh, what kind of name is that? You enter in Hollywood, you're gonna keep the name Tarantino. Everybody's like, "Oh, give me three." It sounds like something you'd order on some kind of menu or something. the Well, not. I guess I shouldn't. diss on his name. But so what was I getting at? Well, so there's not a lot of people that are getting like good journalism shit. I think I got a pillow under my chair, and I don't think I like pillow. Yeah, I think it's making my back hurt more. Just have it. I thought the pillow would make my back hurt less, but I don't think it was. What was I getting at? We're smoking another joint. What was I getting at? Let's see. Journalism. So I mean, like, yeah, I just gotta move my chair a little bit. It's like, I studied under a journalist who was a writer. I mean, it was only for like a year or something, but like, I did pick up on things. You know what I mean? I got like three halves of some weed, 3.5 ounces. So I like to like push the other weed aside so I don't have like the flavors mixed. You know what I mean? Fucking anyways, uh what was I getting at? Which one is this? Yeah, I could have sworn I read it, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, no intel or bad intel. Yeah. Very perceptive of you. Hoi. No intel or bad intel. Exactly. That's the correct answer. No intel. You'd rather have no intel than bad intel. Because if you had false intel and uh you know, it could cause horrible catastrophes. Like with research, with fucking say you were like fucking say you were in the woods and there was a fucking bunch of wolves in the woods or some shit, and somebody's like, "Oh, there's no wolves over that way." Oh, and so you go camp over there, and then you get eaten by a bunch of wolves. the What was it? It's funny because that what was it? That fucking what was that TV show? Name it. I'm stoned. Oh, Fargo, the TV show. There are two gruesome scenes. One at the first episode and one at the last episode. But the rest of it's But like in the first one, some dude gets murked, and then the first episode, or no, two people. The show's kind of fucked up, but like Billy Bob Thornton says this weird wolf riddle or something. There's a bunch of riddles in it. The lady at the end, she's like, "Oh, if somebody loses a glove and then they get on a train and they throw the other glove out, so somebody else will find them," and that she was saying a metaphor. I mean, not to give it away, but she was saying a metaphor for how she could catch the bad guy in the Fargo TV show. The writers are brilliant. Uh, it's some really good writing. Uh, what was I getting at though? The show's pretty fucked up though. Uh, in a lot of the stuff that happens in the show, I don't think it would. I don't think it would happen the way it does. It's not realistic in ways. Like the way the people are interacting and stuff. Uh, but so what was I getting at? I mean, technically, it's based on a true story, so I mean, it could be. We don't know how word for word they took the true story. You know what I mean? But yeah, like say you got a traffic ticket and that you wanted to argue in court, and then you had bad intel from Mark Passio. And then you argued in court and fucking and then you fucking had to pay the ticket and fucking I'm not saying that I'm totally against going over the speed limit driving and stuff because these days there's so many bad drivers. It doesn't matter if you're an awesome driver. There's so many bad drivers that yeah, that, yeah. I mean, you might as well just go five under the speed limit. I mean, that's the there's no rush. I mean, shit. Uh, I mean, when I was a youngster, I was always in a rush. In the '90s, the freaking what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's definitely a waste of gas, waste of fucking bad on your engine. It's uh make the rings and the pistons go bad quick. I mean, technically, you could warp the engine block. You could. There's so many things that you. One time, I was oh, I'm gonna go to the store, and fucking, it's the middle of winter, and I was fucking retarded, and I fucking didn't warm up my fucking car, and I'm just like, wow, and fucking, and then fucking, I get back, and there's fucking coolant all over, and I'm like, oh Jesus, and fucking, basically I like cracked my engine block. Fucking it wasn't well, it was like there was like an output for coolant, engine coolant that was and it took forever to fucking find. And then I was like, I don't know what to do with this shit. Fucking it was a good car, but I just got rid of it for like $900 because my friend put JD Weld on it and I was like, what the fuck? And it worked. I was so retarded because I've used JD Weld a million times and fucking I didn't even think of that. And I'm like, God damn it. Got rid of a perfectly good car. Uh, but I mean, that's another example of bad intel. Well, yeah, I don't remember what, no, well, it was just crazy because I took it to the car dealership, or no, I took it to some kind of mechanic or something, and I told them where it was leaking from, like the exact spot, because I had already changed the coolant line, and the technically I changed both coolant lines, and that fucking it technically I put in a whole new radiator as well because I was fucking retarded. I thought it was the radiator leaking, so I bought a racing radiator, put that in, and then fucking installed the coolant lines, but then there was like one coolant line that was going to the transmission, and I didn't. I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm just gonna clamp this off, and it still worked fine. There was no need for it. Well, I didn't have the tools to drill a hole and all. You know what I mean? Damn, I think that pillow was better. Uh, okay. Ugh. Wait, my or my camera froze. Okay. Yeah, so I think that what was I getting at? The car drove really good with the racing radiator though. I mean, it made a huge difference. It was crazy. Uh, what was I getting at? Let's see. Ah, shit. Yeah, I didn't grab any clips of anything. I was just gonna plan on talking about Cooper and the research. Uh, so his research. I mean, he says it all in that Oz episode. He's like, oh, what do you think it's all about? And he says, and then he's talking about the whole intelligence apparatus. And I mean, technically, let's say that this is what's crazy. Well, no, there's a lot of international problems and stuff, but like, well, anyone that's against the UN, say the intelligence apparatus was against the UN, there's got to be something more to the whole story. We can't instantly demonize the intelligence apparatus. You know what I mean? Because I mean, there could be a lot more going on that we don't know about because we don't know shit, and that's basically what's going on. It's all compartmentalized. There's so much lies in the news. Uh, like fucking it's like when Cooper reads when he reads two court cases in his series. I don't remember what episodes it was, but he reads the Randy Weaver court case, and then he reads the fuck is that guy's name? The fucking Waco douchebag. I mean, they're both probably douchebags, but the what the fuck is his name? The fucking Seventh Day Adventist fucking retard. Uh, you know what I'm talking about? Fucking oh damn, I cannot think of his name. But the point though is that Cooper, yeah, Koresh. That Cooper says that because he talks about their cases with um with sympathy towards the idiots that, but like in his later episodes, he's like, oh, what do you think? Who do you think? Because Cooper's the ones that brings up that intelligence and the Seventh Day Adventist thing about Crash, and then he also he says something crazy where it's like Cooper said that during the he said that during the Randy Weaver incident that that he thought that Bobo Grits was trying to murk the Weaver guy with the robot and that fucking some kind of robot. But the let's see, this is funny. I just found some Cooper notes about mad cow disease. Okay. I mean, it's not funny, but what was I getting at? I mean, I guess let me bring up a page of something. Here we go. Let's see right there. Okay. So this is Cooper's first magazine or first newspaper. It's called Veritas, which simply means truth. Uh, looks like he signed them 95. Lay Majesty. Uh, yeah, so there's a lot going on in these abandoned farm. That house looks like it could have been a fixer upper. Uh, let's see. So yeah, here there's a lot in these articles. The European Union stuff. There's so much prediction stuff going on here that what was looking for a good article. What was I gonna get at? What would Cooper think? What's something that people would wonder what Cooper would think about? Why does he keep bringing it up? Oh, Poussin. Yeah, that's famous painting right there. That has to do with buried Templar treasure. I think that somebody shut Henry Lincoln up. Damn, the sweetest first. Okay, so here we go. Here's something good. 1776. Adam Weishaupt. It is necessary to establish universal regime and world or an empire over the whole world, quote unquote. Uh, but in the book Against God and Man, 1974. 1776, Adam Weishaupt. Quote, diminish patriotism, then men will learn to know each other again as such, and the bond of union will widen out. Nations shall vanish from the earth. 1789. Nothing can bring this about, the New World Order, but hidden societies. Hidden schools of wisdom are the means which will one day free men from their bonds. Princes and nations shall vanish from the earth. John J. Robeson. Proofs of a Conspiracy. 1798. The Illuminati leaders would, quote, rule the world with uncontrollable power, while all the rest will be employed as mere tools of the ambition of their unknown superiors. Proofs of a Conspiracy, John J. Robeson. 1844. So you see, dot, 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 the world is governed by very different personages from what is imagined by those who are not behind the scenes. End quote. Benjamin Disraeli from the novel Koningsby or The New Generation 1844. 1848. The communists, quote, the communists are further reproached with desiring to abolish countries and nationalities, end quote. 1848 Communist Manifesto, Karl Shitface Marx. In other words, they're trying to fucking get rid of all the countries in the world. They don't want no fucking. They're trying to destroy our fucking country. That's what it's about. These fucking illuminists, they're fucking bullshit. Ugh. I mean, they're fucking they're raging on ignorance. I mean, like literally. I'm not trying to insult these people. That's literally what they're doing. All the biggest crimes in the country are all done by fucking communists, fucking Marxists, socialists, fucking quote unquote commie anarchos or whatever the fuck. These fucking people are all fucking idiots. They're all fucking tools of the fucking rich man in Moscow and London and Rome and fucking all over these fucking Swiss banks, fucking all this bullshit. They're all just fucking screwing us, just fucking raw dogging our fucking rights. All right, back to this. Okay, Abraham Lincoln, 1850. Quote: I see in the near future a crisis approaching that unnerves me and causes me to tremble for the safety of my country. Corporations may have enthroned an era of corruption in high places. There's a confusing comma there. Oh, wait. An era of corruption in high places will follow, and the money power of the country will endeavor to prolong its reign by working upon the prejudices of the people until the wealth is aggregated in a few hands and the republic destroyed. End quote. It's Abraham Lincoln, the quoted in the book, The Illuminati, 1979, page 4, Dallas Clemens. Yeah, so Abe Lincoln could tell. I mean, he was probably partially a tool himself. I mean, who knows what kind of? Because I mean, if you went over the legislature that gets passed with a fine tooth comb, 1913. Some of the biggest men in the United States, this is Woodrow Wilson, quote, some of the biggest men in the United States, the field of commerce and manufacture, are afraid of something. They know that there is a power somewhere so organized, so subtle, so watchful, so interlocked, so complete, so pervasive, that they had better not speak above their breath when they speak in condemnation of it. End quote. From the making Theodore, well, that's a known quote by Theodore Roosevelt. 1920, Winston Churchill. And keep in mind that he might be talking about Spartacus, who is Adam Weishaupt's nickname. Winston Churchill says 1920, quote, from the days of Spartacus, Weishaupt, to those of Karl Marx, to even those of Trotsky, this whole wide conspiracy for the overthrow of civilization has been steadily growing, end quote. 1920, Winston Churchill. How does this go? Okay. 1922, Charles E. Eliot. Quote, our government should enter heartily into the existing League of Nations, end quote. The Communist League of Nations, where they want to take away our Constitution. 1928. What was that? That was Charles W. Eliot. The next American contribution to civilization, Foreign Affairs, September 15, 1922, page 65. 1928. Who's the quote by? Well, as early as autumn of 1914, Wilson said, when looking ahead to the end of the war, all nations must be absorbed into some great association of nations. When Wilson was persuaded to speak to the League to enforce peace banquet in Washington on May 27, 1916, he endorsed the program of that organization only indirectly, making no mention of force, but he advocated the general idea of league with such ardor that he was henceforth regarded as its champion. End quote. So who is saying that? Oh, Charles P. Howland, Survey of American Foreign Relations, 1928. Published for the CFR. New Haven, Yale. Publishing University Publishing, 1928, page 236. I noticed when I question the AI about books, it doesn't actually read them. And so the only way you can get a good opinion of the AI from a book, you have to send it a link of the PDF, and it's fucking. I swear they've been taking PDFs off. I can't find that PDF of. I don't remember which book it is, but it's not on fucking net anymore. It's like, what the fuck? Because it is good to have a physical copy, but then a PDF copy, you can word search the words and find research about a particular subject more quickly. But then keep in mind that the secret societies sometimes, uh, that they use synonymous words for words that they say. Uh, 1929 quote William T. Still, New World Order, the book New World Order, The Ancient Plan of Secret Societies, 1990, page 158. Quote The leaders of America's new secret society, the Council on Foreign Relations, engineered the great crash of 1929. End quote. That's from William T. Still, the book New World Order, Ancient Plan of Secret Societies, Lafayette Huntington House Publishers, 1990. Make sure you want it. If anybody wants to get certain books, you want to try to get the original book, the first print, because they will change it the second print and fucking look at fucking go try. I dare any of the fucking audience to try to find a first edition letter of book, a letter of fucking Karl Marx letters to Frederick Engels. You will not find it, and if you do, it's going to be a damn fucking expensive book, because that's the book that fucking talks about Karl Marx and fucking Engels being the most fucking shithead racists that you've ever heard of. The type of people that probably would have fucking promoted fucking how, all sorts of fucking, that's the thing about where it's like the you know well, there's so many people that are like Native American left in this country, and like people are all just, I mean, uh, people are all just belittling Native American people and stuff, and it's like that that all these people are complaining and stuff, and it's like there's been so much cruel shit that's happened to Native Americans, and like fucking that, because that's what fucking when I was on End of Days Radio, he's like, oh, reparations. It's like, what about reparations for all the fucking Native Americans? Wouldn't they be first in line? Fucking if that's not my attitude. I don't, but I do believe in the treaties that were made that should be fully enforced, and that technically any tribe could theoretically uh, decide to. Well, I'm not giving legal advice, but any tribe could fucking use the fucking supremacy clause to fucking reclaim their taken land, and that fucking with the supremacy clause of the Constitution. If the UN can do it, and the UN's a treaty, and the tribes are getting screwed out of their treaties, that fucking because executive orders do not trump treaties. Uh, Using that as a verb, uh, but so that's the thing. The supremacy clause, like that whole oil pipeline through the Sioux tribe. It's like, even though the Sioux tribe is technically the the enemy tribe of the Blackfoot tribe that I'm related to, that fucking I called the Sioux tribe and tried to talk to the lawyer and told them what I thought about the supremacy clause and their fucking the power to help their treaty to take back their land. And he's like, "Oh, duh, I've never heard of him. I don't know what you're talking about." It's like, it's like, dude, it's like, what kind of lawyer are you? A fucking a Mickey Mouse lawyer? Mickey. MOUSC. I never actually sang that when I was a kid. I'm not a fucking zombie. I'm just joking. No offense, but the let's see. What was I gonna say? Okay, yeah, that. Yeah, so CFR. engineered the Great Depression in 1929, according to William T. Still, New World Order, in his book New World Order. Uh, I mean, that just fucking. I mean, what does that tell you? They fucking the CFR, and we're supposed to trust anything that comes from the fucking CFR. The CFR should be sued. Yeah, if there's any lawyers listening, to this, somebody needs, these lawyers need to sue fucking more people, and not fucking for the benefit of the of even a client, but they should just do it because it's the right thing. They should that's the whole cure for everything. Sue the government back into constitutionality. Every clause, every fucking amendment, everything back and sue it all. Sue everything until it doesn't exist. Because when they're fucking you know these people that made all this unconstitutional bullshit, fucking if the courts are like, oh, we're just gonna put a lien on your house to all the fucking traitors, all the fucking treasonous pieces of shit. If the courts put liens on their houses, all their property, like, oh, we forgot that you don't own that anymore. Whoops. That's what if I was elected governor or something, or even higher up, that's what I would want, is fucking because that's what I would always argue with that lawyer dude that was super leftist and black on the end of days radio, which you know I don't have nothing against Dan if he's listening. We should definitely smoke weed, but he's got some kind of grudge against me. Anyways, he thinks I stole pod. Like what? How do you steal? How would anybody? That Todd willingly came on my show. There's no. It was just a ridiculous accusation. I was like, what? Todd's probably laughing right now. uh, what, man, what was I getting at? Yeah, suing everybody. If the fucking government was like, if the government got sued into doing its job, and then the government decided to, the good government decided to put liens on everybody's property who was involved with voter fraud. I mean, think about it. It's all very simple. They need money. That's how they get it. If somebody commits treason against the United States, all their property should get seized. Period. I mean, that's how it should go. Fucking, and there's so many people that have committed so many crimes, and the big picture with all this Epstein stuff and all this fucking, depending on if it's real or not, it could be all fucking psyop. It could be all a fucking huge psyop. Uh, how do we know they're not all agents or something? I mean, the only cure is lawyers to sue people. I mean, literally, bunch of suing. That's if lawyers like filed cases every day because they could, and that and that they you know that's kind of why I thought about joining the Navy, because fucking then I could become a lawyer, and then I wouldn't have to pay for it. But it sucks I couldn't just pass the bar exam. There's like one state that you can do that in, but I don't know if I want to go all well. It's not like you could go to a different state and practice law. I mean, there's so much fucking technicalities and bullshit. It's like that's the thing where it's like the way the courts are set up. The courts all need to be totally redesigned. That fucking anybody like Carl Miller or somebody who studied law stuff, that fucking knows the Constitution really well about law. And I'm not saying that you should that, that any law, technically any law that is enforced that violates your Constitution, you still have to follow that law. It doesn't matter if it's unconstitutional, because the courts don't give a fuck if there's a constitution or not. And fucking you know Like that one dude that was brought up that fucking did something retarded, and it was like I fucking laughed at him. I was like, "You're a fucking idiot! Like, why the fuck would you do something so fucking stupid? Like, fucking this was on Twitter, not in real life. Really, the dude was in a different state, but like fucking, because I was like, "What's your argument?" He's like, "Oh, my argument's blah blah blah." And it's like your argument isn't shit. You're fucked. That's basically what I told him. Because that's you know when I used to live in the hood like 25, 26 years ago, like I got out of the hood like 24 years ago or something, but like 23, 20, doesn't matter. But so I don't have any conception of time. But so we'd always be smoking on the street and stuff, smoking blunts, and fucking all these people. Somebody would always come in the weed circle and be like, blah, 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 did something stupid. And then me and my friend, his name is Marcus. He was some black dude from Jackson City, but he was pretty funny. But so we would always be like, oh, we would tell him what we thought, like, oh, you're probably gonna get fucked. You're gonna do this. You're gonna get all this probation. You're a fucking idiot. Just trying to give people good advice in a smoking circle. You know what I mean? Like fucking not legal advice or anything. Just advice on how to not be a fucking retard. Uh, I mean, basically, it was always like uh, somebody was had weed in their pocket or something. That's what people used to get in trouble for in the '90s. Like, oh, I got weed in my pocket. Oh, I'm walking on the street. I mean, the trick is to smoke the weed while you're walking. Yeah, like one time, like 26 years ago, I'm walking on the street smoking a joint, and my friends with me, and uh, a police fucking starts driving by, and I'm just like, I just hit the joint, you know. They were looking right at us, and fucking, I just acted like that was going on, and my friend's like, "How'd you do that?" Like, do what? like hit the joint? It's pretty funny. I don't know. Weed doesn't even get me stoned hardly. Fucking like all my bones hurt and shit. I refuse to take Tylenol or anything. Fuck that. I'm not fucking getting a feeling liver over some pain, I'd rather fucking be in pain. I mean, it definitely sucks to sleep, but like the I don't recommend skateboarding. Well, or doing concrete. That's fucking concrete. That takes it out of you. What was I gonna? Let's see here. Okay, here we go. 1929. Louis T. McFadden, chairman of the House Banking Committee. Quote: "It was not accidental. It was carefully contrived occurrence. Dot dot dot. The international bankers sought to bring about a condition of despair." What does it say? Here, I think the despair here, so that the despair something so that they might emerge as rulers of us all. End quote. Uh, that was in the book by James Perloff, The Shadows of Power, Council of Foreign Relations and the American Decline, 1988, page 56. Yeah, so 1933. Damn, there's like a million 1933s. Okay, this is from Public Laws of 73rd Congress of the United States of America, June 17th, 1933. Quote, Part B. Doesn't say the page. During the time of war or during any other period of nation's emergency declared by the President may, through any agency that he may designate or otherwise, investigate, regulate, or prohibit under such rules and regulations as he may prescribe by means of licenses or otherwise, any transaction of foreign exchange, transfers of credit between payments by banking institutions as defined by the President in export, hoarding, melting, and earmarking of gold or silver, coin or bullion or currency by any person within the United States or any place subject to the jurisdiction thereof, and the President may require any such engaged in any transaction referred to in this subdivision to furnish under oath complete information relative thereto, including the production of any books of account, contracts, letters, or other papers in connections therewith, the custody or control of such person, either before or after such transaction is completed. End quote. That's the public laws of the 73rd Congress of the United States of America, June 17th, 1933. so, you, so you see. So, do you have eyes that can see and ears that can hear? Metaphorically. I mean, that's a whopper of a quote. In your face, bitch. No. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I got a hash pen around here somewhere, and I hit it really hard earlier. Gave me inspiration to discuss stuff. 1918. Wait. Yeah. Okay. 1933 quote by Paul Kurtz in the Humanist Manifesto 1 and 2, Prometheus Books, Buffalo, New York, 1933 and 1973, page 21. Quote, we develop the division of humankind on nationalistic grounds, end quote. Quote, the best option, the best option is to transcend the limits of national sovereignty and to move toward the building of a world community in which all sectors of the human family can participate. We thus look to the development of a system of world law and world order based upon transnational federal government. End quote. Paul Kurtz, The Humanist Manifesto 1 and 2, 1933, page 21. So all these are all going to build up the New World Order, and these are a lot of these quotes are from 1933 when they put the capstone on the pyramid. 1933, Mr. McGugan, Congressional Record House, page 81 and 82. Quote, if we start out printing currency without regard for the gold reserve, then in the end, when we find that excessive inflation destroys the country and the people, we shall try to get back to the gold standard. Then we shall find that we have so much currency outstanding that we cannot tie it to our limited supply of gold, except by reducing the content of the gold dollar in proportion to the increased amount of currency. This may mean that we shall have to decrease the gold content 50%, maybe 75%, and maybe 90%. It will all depend how we. It will all depend upon how far we carry the inflation during the period that our currency is not tied to gold. It may be that we shall do as Germany did by going so far that there is no possibility of tying all of our outstanding currency to gold, and we shall be obliged to repudiate and cancel some of our currency. Anyone knows that this government cannot now collect enough taxes to meet its present expenses. Whenever governments reach the position where they can neither collect enough taxes to meet their expensive expenses nor borrow enough to meet their expenses, there's only one thing left for them. That is to print money. I don't know why I got these headphones on. I can't hear anything. Print money. What is that? Such is the position of the United States, and whether we like it or not, there's going to be some inflation in order to meet the obligations of government. End quote. Mr. McGugan, MCGUGIN, Congressional Record House, page 81 and 82, 1933. Damn, I got cotton mouth on son of a bitch. Whoa. So you see, it's painting a picture here. Oh, so I guess this next one is Mr. Wright Patman, Congressional Record House, March 9th, 1933, page 82. Okay, 1933. Quote: The president submitted a bill which was intended to assist in the opening of all the banks of the nation, although it was contrary to many of the principles which I have advocated for many years. It contained provisions I do not approve, and failure to go far enough on other ways. I yielded and voted for the bill. It was an emergency measure and should have been passed immediately. The proposal embodied one feature that I have advocated for a long time, and that was the issuance of additional circulating medium. The banks of the nation, keep in mind this is a quote, have inflated credit out of proportion to the amount of actual money. The result is the banks have become indebted to their depositors to the extent of $45 billion, and have that's 1933, and have their vaults less than one billion. Jesus Christ, to pay it with it. The new law will cause the printing presses of the Bureau of Engraving and Printing here in Washington to print more money and furnish it to the banks. End quote. That's by Mr. Wright Patman, Congressional Record House, March 9th, 1933, page 82. Uh, these are all quotes. So keep in mind about Swiss America banking. I mean, if somebody didn't want to buy land or something, they could buy. I mean, technically, fucking, it'd be cool. Like, start a bar or something. No. Anyways, the Swiss America banking thing. Was it SwissAmerica.com or some shit? Fucking, you talk to the Craig dude and say you heard it from Bill Cooper off the radio show, and he'll give you a discount. And the fucking they advertise Swiss America that the Swiss America Bank advertises that that it's non-disclosable. Wait, is that the word? Non-reportable, and it's 100% refundable. So I mean, if you didn't want the gold, you could trade it back for currency. If somehow the currency somehow gained like 1,000% of value or something, they would still pay it back if somehow the paper money gained value. Like I guarantee the paper money's never going to gain value. I mean I don't know. It's just fucked up. It's like they've been robbing us. The national debt. It's not our debt. It's debt that was fucking inherited upon us. We didn't choose it. I'm not saying we don't have to pay it because we have to pay it. Otherwise, they'll fucking make an example out of you. It's fucking but we didn't choose the $45 billion in 1933 to go into debt to from the fucking FCR collapse of 1929 that it just fucking quoted. The FCR, those are some fucking dirty sons of bitches. It's like they fucking robbed the market. They fucking pull it. Wow, I'm speculating. I mean, if they, I mean, I'm basing it off the fucking quote. I mean, there's more to it, but like fucking, it's like what the fuck? It's like what that fucking what was that video? Talking about the debt, and the creditors. The creditors have the right to make the rules. That's how this shit got to be. That's why it's all unconstitutional, because they make the rules. It's all about money. Anything that passes, any type of fucking, if you sell a car, if you fucking I mean these days, if you let somebody borrow over 200 or $300 or something, it would be on some file like, oh, why is there, what did so and so let somebody borrow money to go gambling, or something, it's like it's not a free world. It wasn't a free world in the 90s. If you had over $300 or something in your pocket, you didn't have a fucking check stub, they could confiscate it. And it was like, what the fuck, you know? That's where you just put your money in your sock. Plus, you don't want to get robbed anyways in the hood. Fucking in the hood, I always used to carry a decoy wallet. You carry the decoy wallet, and then you put your money in your sock. Make sure your ID isn't in your decoy wallet. I never actually had to use the decoy wallet, but I mean, it's funny. I put a bunch of coupons in it and shit. Like, what the fuck is this? Or it's better just not put anything in. Yeah. That's fucked up because people in the city these days, they carry a decoy wallet and a decoy phone. If somebody tries to fucking steal their phone and their wallet, it's like, oh, here's my old phone. I mean, that's pretty smart because then it just makes them go away and they find out they got a broken phone. It's like, oh, and then they probably get in trouble anyways, inevitably. Yeah, it feels weird. I have headphones on. I'm just gonna put them on. I should just play music in the background. uh, yeah. So no, now I feel weird. Alright, I'm taking that. Nobody's coming in. What was where's I at? Damn, my mouth is so dry. Chew vitamin C. Oh wait. Damn it! I got a soda. I'm gonna grab it real quick. Okay. Okay, where was I? March 45. Yeah, that one. Okay, so yeah, that Swiss America banking. Fucking you can get gold and fucking silver. My friend bought like $20,000 of silver a few years ago. Then he banked out off it. I was like, wow. Uh, that, that's pretty impressed. Like fucking cool. Holy cow, that's orangey. Hmm. Well, excuse me. Yeah, it's from some Mexican restaurant. Fucking Doritos. They gave me free pops because fucking they messed up my girlfriend's burrito. Well, they gave her the wrong burrito. You were a shrimp burrito on accident. Somehow, wherever we go, no matter if we go out to eat or if we go into a restaurant, and usually the if, well, usually she does the talking, you know what I mean? But like, uh, but so they somehow technically it doesn't matter if it's either me or her talking. They somehow always mess up the order, but it's not. It's they never mess up my order. They always mess up. Well, sometimes they do, but they always mess up her. Not that we go out to eat a lot, but like the I mean, it's I don't know, fucking I mean, it's not a big deal. You just go and get a new one or whatever. But like, it's just kind of sad. 'Cause usually they just throw it away or something. It's like, ah, I could give it to a homeless guy. like, like, come on, or fed it to the fucking cats. Uh, let's see, what was I getting at? Okay, let's see, where is that here? 1933, March 5th, 1933. Roosevelt relied on Section 5B of the Trading the Enemy Act as authority for his proclamation 2039, which closed all banks for 5 days. This was clearly a time of financial crisis, not of war, and hence was not within the literal terms and purposes of the Act. Title 18 U.S. Code Banking, Section 95A, page 193. 1933, again. Damn it. I brushed my teeth before I came out. I feel like I need it. brush my teeth again because I smoked that half cigarette. Uh, yeah. Okay, so this is from the public papers of the President of the United States, 1977, page 1689, from the D.C. printing press. Quote, now, therefore, I, Franklin D. Roosevelt, blah, blah, in view of such national emergency, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by said act in order to prevent the export, hoarding, or earmarking of gold or silver, coin or bullion currency, here do hereby proclaim, order, direct, and declare from Monday, the 6th day of March, to Thursday, the 9th day of March, 1933, both dates inclusive, there shall be maintained and observed by all the banking institutions and all branches thereof located in the United States. Looks like it's no, never mind. Including the territories and insular possessions, bank holiday, and during said period, all banking transactions shall be suspended during such holiday, excepting as hereafter provided. No such banking institution or branch shall pay out, export, earmark, or permit the withdrawal or transfer in any manner or by any device whatsoever of any gold or silver coin or bullion or currency, or take any other action which might facilitate the hoarding thereof, make loans or discounts, deal in foreign exchange, transfer credits to the United States, to say to any place abroad, or transaction of any banking business whatsoever. End quote. Public papers, the United States, blah blah, 1977, page 1689. So I mean, it's interesting because in the law, they don't want nobody to buy no gold or silver, and so keep in mind, you got to think like a pirate. What do pirates want? They want gold and silver. This is what this is what everybody should be thinking: gold and silver, maybe platinum, uh, maybe iridium. Because I mean, right here in the law, you see, they don't want nobody to have no metal. They don't want you to have no bling bling. Fucking it's like make sure if somebody did buy a bunch of gold coins or something from Swiss America that they had like a safe like it poured into the floor of their garage or something, some kind of crazy shit. Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, if you had a big, you just bolt it to the floor. You don't really have to hide the safe if you had a bunch of gold coins or something. I mean, you'd probably want a better spot than that, though. If you had a bunch of, well, technically you could take the gold coins and take them in a reserve box at a bank or some shit or some kind of But I mean, technically, well, it doesn't matter where you put your gold coins. Just don't let anybody know where they're at. Okay, so, but the point being, there's all these laws and shit that say they do not want you to hoard gold. Why? Because then they can't rip you off. It's all as simple as that. Every year that goes by, the currency is just fucking dwindling. Ooh, this joint's kind of basementy. Just like fucking Michigan basement. Oh, every year it's just dwindling. I mean, I'm not sure what I mean, the Swiss American place is crazy because like they'll give you a full return if you don't want it, even if it's like 5 years later or something. Uh, but the what was I getting at? Oh, Let's see. 1935. Man, this weed's kind of swampy. Oof. We have undertaken a new order of things, yet we progress to it under the framework and in the spirit and intent of the American Constitution. We have proceeded throughout the nation a measurable distance of the road toward this new world order. Annual message of the Congress, January 4th, 1935. 1940. Quote, new order, where all states deflated and disciplined must align themselves under the law of the world state. End quote. Reinhold Niebuhr, Louis Mumfeld et al., City of Man, from the book City of Man Declaration on World Democracy, New York, Viking Press, 1940. (1942) Quote by Hitler. Quote, Adolf Hitler, 1942. Quote, National Socialism will use its own revolution for the establishing of a new world order, end quote. John Michael Engelbart, from the book The Occult and the Third Reich, 1971, page 155. Oh, 1942. From the Earl Browden book, Victory and After, 1942, 1942, page 169. Earl Browder was the General Secretary of the Communist Party in the United States. He was a commie. I feel like fucking, maybe it's one of these weeds that's like harsh or something. It might be the moon. Sometimes the moon can like make gravity feel weird. I don't know if you guys ever feel that. And then you see the moon. It's like, oh, it's that part of the moon. Yeah, fuck you, moon. The 1942. Just talking about the moon, about like aches and pains and shit, you know? Like, my knee hurts. The moon's there. Like, my shoulder hurts. Like, you know, fucking, like, my back hurts. There's full moon. Ow! Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna put that one out halfway. Okay, so this is by the communists, 1942. It can be said without exaggeration that ever closer relations between our nation and the Soviet Union are an unconditional requirement for the United Nations, the World Coalition, end quote. Wait, I already said that one. Okay, 1944. For more than 3,000 years, secret societies have labored to create the background of knowledge necessary to the establishment of enlightened democracy among the nations of the world, end quote. Manly P. Hall, 1944. Secret Destiny of America, Los Angeles Philosophical Research Society. Alright, I'm gonna roll a cigarette with this really shitty tobacco. It was dumb to buy it. I should just get a regular thing. I was gonna quit, but it's like 1 or 2 a day. As long as Harry doesn't, as long as I don't smoke cigarettes when Harry comes on, then I'll be fine. Because for some reason Harry makes me smoke more cigarettes. These cigarettes really suck though, so this tobacco's like fucking garbage. I thought I'd be like, I'll just give it a tea bag of tobacco, see what it's like, and it's like, oh, this is horrible. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I tried to mix weed with tobacco and fucking put it in a cigarette, and it was even. I tried it like, and I put cloves in one just to see if it was good, but it was kind of weird. It wasn't like the right kind of cloves. It was like ground cloves instead of like chopped cloves. Yeah. Okay. So where was I here? 1945. This is from the Communist 1945 USA edition of Political Affairs, their official theoretical journal. Quote, great popular support and enthusiasm for the United Nations policies should be built up, well organized and fully articulated. But it is also necessary to do more than that. The opposition must be rendered so important that it will be unable to gather any significant support of the Senate against the United Nations Charter and the treaties which will follow, end quote. Ooh, this tobacco's horrible. 1945. That was. This is from the Congress and the Nation, a review of government and politics of post-war years. Congressional Quarterly Service, Washington, D.C., 1965, page 98. So the quote's from 1945, but the book was published in 1965 that has the quote. Damn, it's like this tobacco, you can't, like, get a hit of tobacco off it or something. It's like, it's fucking weird. It's like, what the fuck is in this tobacco? It's horrible. Quote, in adhering to the United Nations Charter in 1945, the U.S. also accepted membership in the International Court of Justice, which I've shown on the broadcast before. Congress and that's from the Congress and the Nation, the Review of Government and Politics, the Post-War Years, 1965, page 98. World government exists. Oh, this tobacco is horrible. Jesus. 1945, establishing the UNRWA. UNRWA was followed by the agreement by the UN Monetary and Financial Conference at Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, July 22nd, 1944, to create two new institutions. The International Monetary Fund, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, each to be run by a board of governors representing. Damn, that cigarette's horrible. What the fuck? I gotta put that shit out. Where was I at? Representing member nations whose voting power was scaled to their capital contributions. U.S. participation in IMF and IBRD was approved by Congress in 1945. It's from Congress and the Nation, a Review of Government, Politics, Post-War Years, Congressional Quarterly Service, Washington, D.C., 1965, page 96. 1945, the proposed successor to the League of Nations was consisted of 11 members. Security Council on the U.S., Britain, Russia, China, and France would hold permanent seats in General Assembly, in which each UN member would have one vote. Virtually all power was to reside in the Security Council, which might call on members to furnish military forces of the necessary, if necessary, to maintain or restore international peace and security. End quote. Provision was made for the Security General, an Economic and Social Council, a military staff committee, and International Court of Justice. End quote. Congress and the Nation, a review of government politics in the post-war years, Congressional Quarterly Service, Washington, 1965, page 96. This is another quote that's similar. I'm just gonna smoke that cigarette that has the fucking. I put some cloves in the cigarette and mixed weed with the cigarette too. Seemed okay earlier, but because that tobacco was so bad, it was like, oh, it's just bad. So I mixed some weed with it. Okay. Where was that here? Right, hold on, that's true. Cherry falls on the cigarette. Let's see. 1945. Public discussion, quote, public discussion of the charter was intense and widespread before and during the 2-month conference, at which Vandenberg and Dulles played leading roles. At its conclusion, June 26, Truman acclaimed the charter was declaration of faith that war was not inevitable, quote unquote, within a quote. In such personal appearance before the Senate July 2nd, he called for prompt ratification of the charter and the Annex Statute of the International Court of Justice. Said Truman, quote, within a quote, the choice is not between this charter and no charter at all, end quote, end quote, double end quote. That's from the Congressional Quarterly Service, Congress and the Nation, Review of Government Politics, 1965, page 97. Now this clove is weird in the cigarette. It's not. It doesn't taste the same as the clove cigarettes you buy in the store. Smoke's weird. It's like fucking. I think I'll put this out too, though. Sometimes smoking cigarettes with the weed helps, like pain and stuff. The where was I at? Okay, I think I was on this one. Oh, all right, I'm putting that shit up. That's a weird cigarette. Tastes like fucking a little too clovey. Spark up this swamp joint. Okay, it's 1946. July 14th. This is from Congress, the Nation, Review of Government, Politics, and Post-War Years, Congressional Quarterly Service, Washington, D.C., 1965, page 143. July 14th, Senate consented to ratification of UN Charter by a vote of 89 to 2. Debate centered on Article 43, pledging member nations to detail armed forces to the Security Council for peacekeeping use. Some senators feared this would delegate the war-making power, quote within a quote within a quote. Wait, war-making power was in quotes of Congress. But Truman said that any decision to commit U.S. troops would be submitted to Congress for approval. End quote. 1946. Oops. Alan W. Dulles, CFR, Council on Foreign Relations, and Beatrice Pitney Lamb, Foreign Policy Association, 1946. Quote, there is no indication that American public opinion, for example, would approve the establishment of a super state or permit the American membership in it. In other words, a long time, would be needed before world government is politically feasible. Dot dot dot. That thing's in the way. Get out of the way, you little screen thing. Uh, this still quote. This is a different quote. Okay, so this is from Alan Dulles and Beatrice Pitney Lamb from the United Nations booklet. Uh, Headline Stories, number 59. New York Foreign Policy Association, September through October 1946, page 44 and 86. The second part is page 86. This time element might seemingly be shortened as far as American opinions is concerned by the active propaganda campaign in this country, and quote unquote. 1947. The General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, signed on Geneva October 30th, 1947 by 23 countries, consisted of a complex set of principles and rules respecting tariff and non-tariff barriers in trade, end quote. Congress of the Nation, a review of government and politics post-war year, years, Congressional Quarterly Service, Washington, D.C., 1965, page 188. 1947. Excuse me. Whoa. I shouldn't have smoked hash out of that pen earlier. Whoa. It should like coated my lungs. 1947. It was the purpose of the United. It was the purpose of the National Security Act. The law declared. Sorry, this is a quote. Quote. Blah blah to provide. A comprehensive program for the future security of the United States. Uh, end quote within a quote. And to give the three, I swear this like smoke's blowing right in my face from the swamp weed. Oh, I mean it smells good, but it tastes like kind of swampy, like a deer or something. Where's that comprehensive program for the future security of the United States? To give the three services the authoritative coordination and unified direction under civilized civilian control, but not to merge them. End quote within a quote. The law created a national military establishment headed by Secretary of Defense and consisting of Department of the Army, Navy, and Air Force. End quote. Congress in the Nation, Review of Government Politics, 1965, page 249. 1949. 1949. Public housing was the focal point of controversy in the years before and after the passage of the Housing Act of 1949. Many conservatives called it socialism. It was symbolic of the welfare state. Real estate dealers and landlords resented the intrusion of the federal government working with local authorities, end quote. Congress of the Nation, Review, 1965, page 468. Okay, here we go. Finally, quotes from something fucking different. 1949. Yeah, if you see any 1949 Mercuries, those are worth money. Well, at least to the old timers. Uh, Quote: The present charter of the United Nations should be changed to provide a true world government constitution. End quote. That's from the Senate Concurrence Resolution 66, first introduced in the Senate on September 13th, 1949, by Senator Glenn Taylor, quoted by Dennis L. Cuddy. The New World Order, Critique and Chronology, pamphlet, source 1, continued, blah, blah, 1992, page 10. 1950. Yeah, so Dennis Cuddy's already quoting crazy shit on page 10. So books are crazy. I mean, I've never gotten my hands on his books, but his articles, I read them back fucking like almost 20 years ago, like when they came out almost. Because I heard the William Cooper in 2007, and that he had Dennis Cuddy on one of the episodes, and then the website came out like right around then with the fucking articles, and it was like holy shit. And I kept up with him till like 2013 or something. Like, all my computers kept dying, so I kept losing all my bookmarks. And it was like, oh, all my fucking bookmarks are gone. Where was I at? 19. I think it was I on the right side? Yeah, okay, yeah. 1950. As banker James Warburg, the son of CFR member Paul Warburg, confidently told the United States Senate on February 17, 1950, we shall have a world government whether or not we like it. The only question is whether world government will be achieved by conquest or consent, end quote. Quote unquote, within a quote, end quote. Well, it's not funny, but Des Griffin, the book Descent into Slavery, 1980, page 214, 214. Wait, 214. Oh, and William T. Still, New World Order, Ancient Plan of Secret Societies, 1990, page 174. Wait, so both those books quote the same quote, I'm assuming. 1950, the UN is a true world organization. Actually, the creation of the world government in any shape or form depends not primarily upon the structure of the international organization, but upon the willingness of the key countries to surrender certain sovereign rights. End quote. That's from the Department of State publication 3929, International Organization Conference Series 52, page 4. So the UN wants you to surrender your sovereign land rights, which we don't even have anyways. It's like, I mean, a whole bunch of shit was already fucking fucking spider web together with a bunch of fucking deception, fucking uh by these oh, now this swamp joint tastes better. This is weird. Huh. 1950. It's kind of harsh though. It's like quote. This is from James Warburg, The Weston Crisis, 1959, page 36. Wait, page 30. Quote, a world order without world law is an anachronism, in that since war now means the extinction of civilization, a world which fails to establish the rule of law over nation states cannot long continue to exist. We are living in a perilous period of transition from the era of the fully sovereign nation state to the era of world government. End quote. James Warburg, the book The Western Crisis, 1959, page 30. Wait. Oh, and that's quoted by William Jasper also. Global Tyranny, Step by Step, 1992, page 89. Okay, so now it's going to get interesting because we're at 1950. How far does it go? I don't know if I can read all this tonight. What fuck time is it? Yeah, I gotta go to sleep. I like fell asleep earlier a little bit. Fucking watching that fucking TV show. It's pretty good though. 1950. There's no. Okay, this is by Harry Truman on our Foreign Policy Department of State publication 3972, page 4. Quote, there is no longer any real distinction between domestic and foreign affairs. 1950. The last quote was Harry Truman. Uh, Another quote by Harry Truman on foreign policy, 3972, page 3, page 16. Uh, Quote, Harry Truman, to the end they began to plan and build an international community in which people could live in peace under the protection of law. The building of such a community is the most ambitious, the most difficult, the most hopeful, and most exciting enterprise on which the American people have ever embarked. It is big enough and hard enough to engage all our energies. If it were not for the threat of aggression, we could concentrate all our energies on that job. I think he's talking about peace, and uh, we could say that it was, in fact, the substance of our foreign policy. End quote. Man, these are a lot of fucking quotes. I mean, this is all about world government. What was that? 1950. I'm wondering how far does it go? 1961, 1970. I thought I seen where was it? I thought I seen something about the intelligence thing up here somewhere when I was looking at it. I mean, there's so much world government stuff here, communist stuff. I'm gonna have to go over it again later. So what? Genocide, 1954. UNESCO, world government, blah. United Nations. Most of these just fucking United Nations shit. FCR, Harry Truman. Blah blah. Okay, let's go to 60s. See what's going on. Nelson Rockefeller, Kennedy, blah blah. Huxley. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, this is pretty well laid out. Khrushchev. What is this? Gary Allen under Call It Conspiracy. Dual constitute government. These are some good quotes. I've seen a lot of these before. Here's one by Zbigniew Brzezinski, 1970. Though the objective of shaping a community with developed nations is less ambitious than the goal of world government, it is more attainable. End quote. 1970, page 308. Geez, how far does this go? 1976, Arnold Toynbee. Approaching a point which only affects the scale for operation. Yeah, this is some heavy shit. I mean, I've read this before, but I've heard Cooper say a lot of these quotes too. I mean, technically it's his magazine, so we got 1988 CFR, blah, blah, Trilateral Commission. There's some NSC stuff. What was that? Kuwait, Iraq, blah blah. Today, that new world is struggling to be born. Blah blah. Yeah. So how far does this even go? It goes up to like 91. Okay. Yeah. Here's the Open Skies Treaty, 1992. Treaty for Open Skies. Blah blah. Yeah. Damn. I just kind of like the wind ran out of my sails or whatever. I mean, it is like fucking super late at night and stuff. Well, I mean, it's technically morning, but here's Gorbachev. Old Gorbachev. That son of a bitch. Oh, Perestroika means mass initiative. It will be a comprehensive development of democracy, socialist self-government, encourages the keep in mind it's all bullshit. Those fucking socialists are all they're all fucking brainwashed. If socialism was so great, then why do they need massive amounts of peer pressure and fucking all sorts of movies, fucking all sorts of shit, just fucking propaganda, fucking pushing socialist fucking bullshit. It's like the people that made everything the way it is all shitty is the same people that are trying to get people to buy the socialism, the communism, the democracy, all this fucking bullshit. I mean, it's like that rule for Twitter where we shouldn't really follow people with over a million followers. It's like, what's crazy though is Ice T always comments back. It's out of all the celebrities, I'm not even a huge Ice T fan, but fucking, well, I mean, he had. What's funny because there's a remix that he's never heard that's on a Chicago mixtape that I got from like 26 years ago, and fucking basically I gotta figure out how to get the tape on the net, and then send them a link and be like, oh, this is that remix that you were in that you didn't know you were in on the mixtape. It was a good mixtape. It's called Cash or something. Let's see. Here's one. Yeah, it was from like 1999 or something. It had like a flip phone on it with somebody with like a sunglasses or something in the hat, or I don't know. It was a pretty good mix. It had all the songs like a year before a bunch came out. I mean, a bunch of them were stupid songs, but fucking the Ice T song was the cooler one, and the what was the other song? I think it was like a is some kind of lights camera action remix or some shit. Uh, who the fuck was on that? Okay, yeah, the this paper is okay. It's all over. Yeah, there's a lot going on that. I've got other issues with that. Where the fuck did my camera go? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to sleep. It's like super late. All right. Take it easy. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I might join Sullivan. I should smoke too much. All right. Peace out. Hit the like button and